Over 6010 TSA. Carry-on rules in 2026 that could stop you. If you're over 60 and planning to fly in 2026, you need to hear this. TSA carry-on rules have tightened. Airline enforcement is stricter than ever, and items that were perfectly fine last year are now getting flagged at security checkpoints. Every week, senior travelers are being pulled aside, delayed, or forced to throw away items from their carry-on bags, sometimes right before boarding. The truth is, airport security rules are changing fast. From medication packaging and liquid limits to battery restrictions and personal items, small packing mistakes can lead to big travel headaches. And many of these issues affect seniors more than anyone else. In today's video, we're breaking down the 10 TSA carry-on rules for 2026 that every senior traveler must know. These are the updates that could stop you at security, and how to avoid them completely. If you want to travel smarter, avoid embarrassing delays, and protect your trip, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We post weekly travel updates, TSA rule changes, and senior travel tips to keep you informed and stress-free. Let's make sure your next flight goes smoothly from check-in to takeoff. Rule number 1, carry-on size limits are strictly enforced. In 2026, airlines are no longer letting it slide when it comes to bag dimensions. If your carry-on exceeds the allowed size, even by an inch, it can be flagged at the gate and forced into checked baggage, often with unexpected fees. For many senior travelers who've used the same suitcase for years, this comes as a surprise. Most major airlines follow standard size guidelines, but the exact measurements can vary slightly. And here's what many people don't realize. Wheels, handles, and expandable compartments all count toward the total dimensions. That slightly overstuffed bag that zipped closed at home might not pass the airport sizer. Gate agents are increasingly using metal measuring frames to test bags before boarding, especially on full flights. If your carry-on doesn't fit easily into the sizer without force, it may be rejected. To avoid problems, measure your bag at home, including wheels and handles, and avoid expanding it beyond its original shape. When possible, choose lightweight, airline-compliant luggage designed for today's stricter standards. A properly sized carry-on isn't just about convenience. It protects you from delays, fees, and last-minute stress at the gate. Rule number 2, weight limits. Seniors often overlook. While many travelers focus on carry-on size, weight limits are quietly becoming just as important, especially in 2026. Several international airlines and even some domestic carriers are now weighing carry-on bags at check-in or the gate. If your bag exceeds the limit, you could be required to check it and pay additional fees on the spot. For seniors, this rule can be particularly tricky. Medications, medical devices, books, electronics, and comfort items can quickly add extra pounds without you realizing it. What feels manageable at home might exceed airline weight restrictions once fully packed. Many airlines set carry-on weight limits between 7 to 10 kilograms, roughly 15 to 22 pounds. That may sound generous, but it fills up fast. And unlike size rules, weight limits aren't always consistent between airlines, especially on international flights. The safest approach? Weigh your carry-on at home using a luggage scale. Distribute heavier items strategically and avoid unnecessary extras. If possible, wear heavier clothing or jackets instead of packing them. Being aware of carry-on weight limits helps you avoid last-minute stress, unexpected fees, and the inconvenience of surrendering your bag at the gate. Preparation ensures smoother travel and peace of mind from departure to arrival. Rule number 3, unlabeled prescription bottles. This is one of the most common mistakes senior travelers make, and one that can quickly lead to extra screening at airport security. In 2026, TSA officers are paying closer attention to medications carried in unlabeled containers, pill organizers, or mixed bottles. While bringing medication in your carry-on is absolutely allowed, how you pack it matters. Prescription medications should ideally remain in their original pharmacy-labeled bottles. The label should clearly display your name, the prescribing doctor, and the medication details. If a bottle doesn't match your identification, it can raise questions and slow you down at the checkpoint. Pill organizers are convenient, especially for long trips, but they can create confusion during screening. If you prefer using one, consider keeping the original labeled bottles in your bag as backup documentation. For international travel, some countries require written prescriptions or a doctor's letter, particularly for controlled substances. Never pack essential medication in checked luggage. Always keep it in your carry-on in case of delays or lost baggage. Taking a few extra steps to properly label and document your prescriptions can prevent unnecessary stress, protect your health, and ensure a smooth experience at airport security. Rule number 4. Liquid medication and the 311 rule. Many senior travelers assume that all liquid medications are automatically exempt from standard airport liquid restrictions, but that's not entirely accurate. While the TSA does allow medically necessary liquids in quantities greater than 3.4 ounces, they must be declared properly at the security checkpoint. The 311 rule still applies to most liquids. Containers must be 3.4 ounces or smaller, placed inside a single quart-sized clear bag. However, prescription liquid medications, essential medical liquids, and certain nutritional supplements can exceed that limit, but only if you inform the officer during screening. If you fail to declare larger liquid medications, they may be pulled for additional inspection, delayed, or even temporarily confiscated while officers verify them. Ice packs, gel packs, and cooling containers used to preserve medications are typically allowed but will also be screened separately. To avoid complications, keep liquid medications easily accessible in your carry-on, separate from other liquids. Bring prescription labels and, if possible, a doctor's note explaining medical necessity, especially for international travel. Understanding how the 311 rule applies to medical liquids ensures you move through security smoothly, protect essential medications, and avoid unnecessary stress before your flight. Rule number 5. Mobility aids and medical devices. For many senior travelers, mobility aids and medical equipment are essential, not optional. The good news is that items like canes, walkers, wheelchairs, CPAP machines, and portable oxygen concentrators are generally allowed through airport security. However, in 2026, screening procedures have become more detailed, and knowing what to expect can save you time and frustration. Medical devices will usually require separate screening. CPAP machines, for example, must be removed from their carrying case and placed in a bin for X-ray inspection, similar to laptops. It's wise to pack them in a clear plastic bag inside your case to keep them clean during screening. If your device contains lithium batteries, such as certain oxygen concentrators or mobility scooters, there may be watt-hour limits and airline-specific approval requirements. Spare batteries must typically be carried in your carry-on, not checked luggage. Inform the TSA officer if you need assistance or cannot stand for long periods. You are entitled to accommodations during screening. Preparing ahead, checking airline policies, and carrying documentation for your medical equipment will ensure a smoother checkpoint experience and help you travel confidently and comfortably. Rule number 6. Lithium battery restrictions 2026. Lithium batteries are now one of the most scrutinized items at airport security, and senior travelers need to be especially careful. These batteries power everything from mobility aids and portable oxygen concentrators to laptops, tablets, and power banks. While they are allowed in carry-on luggage, TSA and airlines have strict rules on quantity, watt-hour limits, and packaging to prevent safety hazards. Batteries installed in devices are generally fine, but spare or loose lithium batteries must be carried in your hand luggage, never checked. They should be individually protected to prevent short circuits, such as taping the terminals or keeping them in original packaging. Airlines may limit the number of spare batteries, particularly larger lithium-ion packs over 100 watt-hours. Many seniors unknowingly pack extra power banks, mobility device batteries, or medical equipment with lithium cells in their checked luggage, which can be confiscated or cause delays. Always check your airline's battery policy before flying and keep all documentation for medical devices handy. Understanding these restrictions ensures your devices work when you need them, keeps you compliant with TSA regulations, and prevents unnecessary stress at the checkpoint. Proper preparation is key to traveling smoothly in 2026. Rule number 7. Heating pads, massagers, and electric blankets. These comfort items are common for senior travelers, especially on long flights. But in 2026, they are coming under increased scrutiny at airport security. Many of these devices contain lithium batteries or electrical components that may not meet TSA or airline safety standards, and they can trigger additional screening. Even small massagers or portable heating pads can be flagged if the batteries aren't installed properly or if the device appears modified. Electric blankets are particularly tricky because they contain embedded wires and sometimes rechargeable battery packs. Airlines may restrict these items in carry-on or checked luggage, and failing to declare them can result in confiscation or delays. To avoid problems, always check the airline's policy before packing. If your device uses a lithium battery, carry it in your hand luggage and ensure it is properly insulated to prevent short circuits. Keep all documentation, such as a manual or proof of medical necessity, handy for TSA officers. Packing carefully and understanding these rules can prevent frustration at security, protect your devices, and ensure that your flight remains as comfortable as possible. A little preparation goes a long way. Rule number 8. Liquids over 3.4 ounces still confiscated. Many senior travelers assume that medically necessary liquids, lotions, or creams are automatically allowed through TSA checkpoints. But in 2026, enforcement has become stricter than ever. Even if a liquid seems small or essential, if it exceeds the 3.4-ounce, 100 milliliters limit and isn't properly declared, it can be pulled aside or confiscated. The 3-1-1 rule still applies. All liquids, gels, and aerosols must fit into a single quart-sized clear bag, with each container 3.4 ounces or smaller. Exceptions exist for prescription or medically necessary liquids, but these must be declared to the TSA officer before screening. Ice packs or cooling packs used to preserve medication are generally allowed, but they will be inspected separately. Many seniors make the mistake of packing creams, supplements, or juice packs with their liquids, assuming they're exempt. The result is often delays, secondary screening, or even losing valuable items. To avoid confiscation, keep all liquids easily accessible in your carry-on, clearly labeled and separated from other items. Being prepared and declaring medically necessary liquids properly ensures a smooth checkpoint experience and peace of mind before boarding your flight. Rule number 9. Homemade food and spreads. Many senior travelers like to bring snacks or homemade meals on flights, but in 2026, airport security and airline policies have become stricter about what can be carried in your bag. Items like peanut butter, jams, yogurt, sauces, and soups are considered liquids or gels under TSA rules. Even a small container can exceed the 3.4-ounce limit, leading to confiscation if not declared properly. Homemade foods may also trigger additional inspection because they are not commercially packaged. TSA officers may open containers to verify contents, which can slow down your journey and sometimes lead to items being discarded. For international flights, customs regulations add another layer of complexity. Certain spreads, meats, or dairy products may be prohibited altogether. To avoid problems, pack homemade foods in small, clearly labeled containers, or better yet, stick to commercially sealed snack packs. Always keep these items accessible in your carry-on for inspection. Being mindful of homemade foods ensures you don't lose your snacks, avoids delays at security, and prevents unnecessary stress during your trip. Planning ahead keeps your journey smooth and allows you to enjoy your food safely while traveling. Rule number 10. Sharp objects. Seniors forget. Even small everyday items can create big problems at airport security in 2026. Scissors, nail clippers, knitting needles, small tools, and even certain grooming kits are all considered prohibited items in carry-on luggage. Seniors frequently overlook these items because they've carried them for years without issue. But TSA rules have tightened, and enforcement is strict. If a sharp object is found during screening, it will either be confiscated or require additional inspection, potentially delaying your trip. For international travel, rules can be even stricter, and some airlines may refuse boarding if prohibited items are discovered in your bag. To avoid surprises, inspect your carry-on carefully before leaving home. Pack grooming tools, small knives, or crafting items in checked luggage whenever possible. For essential items, check the TSA website or airline policies to confirm what is allowed. Taking a few minutes to review and remove forgotten sharp objects can save you time, stress, and potential fees at the checkpoint. A little preparation ensures a smooth security process and keeps your travel experience safe and hassle-free. And there you have it, the 10 TSA carry-on rules every senior traveler must know in 2026. From size and weight limits to liquid restrictions, lithium battery rules, and those little items you might forget, each one could make or break your journey if overlooked. Following these rules doesn't just help you avoid confiscation or fines. It keeps your travel smooth, stress-free, and comfortable from the moment you arrive at the airport to when you step off the plane. Remember, preparation is everything. Measure your bags, pack medications properly, declare medical liquids, and check your airline's policies for mobility aids and electronic devices. Little steps like these can save you time, protect your valuables, and help you avoid frustrating delays. If you found this guide helpful, don't stop here. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay updated on the latest TSA rules, senior travel tips, and airport hacks for 2026. Drop a comment below sharing your biggest airport carry-on challenge. We love hearing from our travel community. And if you want to help fellow travelers, give this video a like and share it with friends or family who fly regularly. Safe travels, and remember, a little preparation goes a long way.